Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frank Magwegwe. I'm incredibly passionate about personal finance and ideas. I'm going to share with you this evening an idea around your money story and the impact of your money story on your life. Over the past 10 years, I've spent close to 12,400 hours helping people make decisions around managing their money. These are people from all walks of life: young professionals, teachers, nurses, policemen, doctors, dentists, really across the board. What have I been helping them with? I've been helping them with simple decisions in some instances. Where does my money go? How do I budget? My car is about to be repossessed. What do I do? I've taken on too much debt. Please help me. I'm moving to another organization. What are the benefits that are available with this company? How do I compare them to the benefits currently with my employer? Spending time with clients over the last 10 years has shown me how money truly is central to our lives as people. Whether it is the abundance of it, whether it is the lack of it, or whether it's enough that a family feels they have. What is the one thing that I have learned over the last 10 years in helping people manage their money? It is this: every single person has a money story. And that money story affects our lives. Now, many people, when they think of money story, they think of statistics, maybe how much money is in the bank, debits, credits, but that is not the money story. To give you an idea of a money story, let me share with you briefly my money story. About a month ago, we heard from the Minister of Social Development, Batabile Dlamini, that every member of the African National Congress National Executive Council has a small lanyana skeleton in their cupboards. I would like at this point to get my small lanyana skeleton out. This financial planner, many years ago, when I bought my first car, this is how I bought it. Have been frustrated, working at a bank, pressure from family, pressure from colleagues. One day I just decided I have had enough. I'm going to buy a car. During lunch, I went to a Honda dealership, walked in the dealership, as they normally do, the salesman, very friendly. And I said, I want to buy a car. Which car? And I just pointed this beautiful 2-door Honda silver black leather seats. As if with magic, he just took out his calculator, did a few calculations, and then he looked at me in the eyes and said, how much can you afford? And then I said, well, I'm a risk manager at this big bank. I can afford about 1,500 a month. Then he says, please, let's do the paperwork. That is how I bought my car. I didn't ask about the deposit. I didn't ask how long I was going to pay the car for. I didn't even think about the cost of maintaining a car. And in many instances, financial decisions have a huge impact on our lives. And we see them through behavior. So my story was really that nobody in my family had ever bought a brand new car. Nobody ever told me, how do you go about buying a new car? And when I share this story with my wife, what she remembers is not this beautiful Honda Civic VTEC that was hot at the time. She looks me in the eyes and says, you know what this reminds me? Reminds me of pap and chicken livers for 6 months. Because that's the devastating impact of buying this car that I really could not afford. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is your money story? Is it the 77 out of 100 South Africans who can't wait for end of the month to get the next paycheck? Are you in the 7,700? or are you in the 23? Is it the 86 out of 100 South Africans who spend on day-to-day expenses by credit? Buying food, buying clothes, entertainment on credit. Or are you the lucky 6? 6 out of 100 South Africans retire with enough money. Or are you in the 94? But these are all numbers. I'd like to put it to you, ladies and gentlemen, that your money story is not about how you use your credit card. It's not about how much money you're putting aside for retirement. It's not how you wait month to month for that month the money comes in. It is the money 101 class that you did not attend. I often sit and wonder, how did we get here? Ladies and gentlemen, how did we get to a point where money, so central to our lives, yet we learn managing it through trial and error? Think about your own life. Did your parents, did your guardians ever sit with you and explain to you how a budget works? Explain to you expenses, how things cost. In many instances, our money story is the fact that we go out into the world. We haven't learned about personal finance. It's not taught at schools in South Africa. It's not taught at university. And we go and make the same mistakes that our parents make. Because most people learn how to manage money through trial and error and looking at how their parents manage money. What is to be done? What is to be done for me is awareness. It's awareness about how many decisions we make on a day-to-day basis. That is a financial impact. In many instances, we're not even aware that these decisions we are making have a financial impact. For example, a decision to shop at Woolworths versus a decision to shop at ShopRite and Checkers has huge financial impact. A decision to shop at Zara versus a decision to shop at Edgar's has very different financial impact. Recently, Starbucks have opened in Rosebank. Your cappuccino at Starbucks versus a Wimpy cappuccino has a huge financial impact. Lastly, especially for young people, do I buy a City Golf or do I buy a BMW? More important, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sharing with you what we may call relatively small decisions. How about the big decision that every single one of us has to make? When must I start saving for retirement? How much must I save for retirement? Where must I save this money for retirement? So the money story each one of us has is this money class that we never had. And we can see in day-to-day decisions its impact on our lives. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take 5 tools out of my toolbox to share with you on how can you deal with your money story. They spell the word SMART. S, set financial goals, whether it's buying a car, whether it's reducing debt. M, spend time. What does money mean to you? Understand the meaning of money to you. A, for taking action. It's good and well to set goals, financial goals, but take action, whether it's reducing debt when things are a little bit tough. R, what is my relationship with money? I come across a lot of young people. I call them champagne lifestyle on a beer budget. That is their relationship with money. It's a champagne lifestyle on a beer budget because money is status to them. What is your relationship with money? Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, T for time. The average South African spends 1 hour a month thinking about their money. Something we spend so much time working for. That equates to less than 2 minutes a day. Ladies and gentlemen, use smart to understand your money story. I thank you.